There is nothing outside of yourself that can ever enable you to get better, stronger, richer, quicker, or smarter. Everything is within. Everything exists. Seek nothing outside of yourself. Truth is not what you want it to be, it is what it is, and you must bend to its power or live a lie. Whatever your determination or willpower, it is foolish to try to change the nature of things. Things work the way they do because that is the way of things. Anger. Control your anger. If you hold anger toward others, they have control over you. Your opponent can dominate and defeat you if you allow him to get you irritated. The only reason a warrior is alive is to fight, and the only reason a warrior fights is to win. Determine that today you will overcome yourself of the day before. Tomorrow you will win over those of lesser skill, and later you will win over those of greater skill. In time, all things work to your advantage when you pursue them with an open heart. No fear, no hesitation, no surprise, no doubt. If you wish to control others, you must first control yourself. Do not seek to possess either goods or fiefs for your old age. Aspire to be like Mount Fuji, with such a broad and solid foundation that the strongest earthquake cannot move you, and so tall that the greatest enterprises of common men seem insignificant from your lofty perspective. With your mind as high as Mount Fuji you can see all things clearly. And you can see all the forces that shape events, not just the things happening near to you. With your spirit open and unconstricted, look at things from a high point of view. Perceive that which cannot be seen with the eye. If you know the way broadly, you will see it in everything. Do not waste time idling or thinking after you have set your goals. To know 10,000 things, know one well. Do not sleep under a roof. Carry no money or food. Go alone to places frightening to the common brand of men. Become a criminal of purpose. Be put in jail, and extricate yourself by your own wisdom. You must understand that there is more than one path to the top of the mountain. There is no one way to salvation, whatever the manner in which a man may proceed. All forms and variations are governed by the eternal intelligence of the universe that enables a man to approach perfection. It may be in the arts of music and painting, or it may be in commerce, law, or medicine. It may be in the study of war or the study of peace. Each is as important as any other. Spiritual enlightenment through religious meditation such as Zen or in any other way is as viable and functional as any way. A person should study as they see fit. Today's victory over yourself of yesterday, tomorrow is your victory over lesser men. The path that leads to truth is littered with the bodies of the ignorant. Anyone can give up, it's the easiest thing in the world to do. But to hold it together when everyone else would understand if you fell apart, that's true strength. Nobody is strong and nobody is weak if he conceives of the body, from the head to the sole of the foot, as a unity in which a living mind circulates everywhere equally. Do not think dishonestly. Distinguish between gain and loss in worldly matters. Develop intuitive judgment and understanding for everything. Perceive those things which cannot be seen. Pay attention even to trifles. Do nothing which is of no use. Do not let the body be dragged along by the mind nor be dragged along by the body. You should not have any special fondness for a particular weapon, or anything else, for that matter. Too much is the same as not enough. Without imitating anyone else, you should have as much weaponry as suits you. The ultimate aim of martial arts is not having to use them. A warrior has no confusion in his mind. This is true emptiness. The true science of martial arts means practicing them in such a way that they will be useful at any time, and teaching them in such a way that they will be useful in all things. In fighting and in everyday life you should be determined though calm. "1,000 days of lessons for discipline, 10,000 days of lessons for mastery." A man cannot understand the art he is studying if he only looks for the end results without taking the time to delve deeply into the reasoning of the study. One must make the warrior walk his everyday walk. The principle is strategy by means of the long sword. If he attains the virtue of the long sword, one man can beat 10 men. It is said the warrior's is the twofold way of pen and sword. Even if a man has no natural ability, he can be a warrior by sticking assiduously to both divisions of the way. When the enemy starts to collapse, you must pursue him without letting the chance go. If you fail to take advantage of your enemy's collapse, they may recover. If you do not control the enemy will control you. Many things can cause a loss of balance. One cause is danger, another is hardship, and another is surprising. In large-scale strategy, it is beneficial to strike at the corners of the enemy's force. If the corners are overthrown, the spirit of the whole body will be overthrown. Everything can collapse. Houses, bodies, and enemies collapse when their rhythm becomes deranged. If the enemy thinks of the mountains, attack like the sea, and if he thinks of the sea, attack like the mountains. Be neither insufficiently spirited nor over-spirited. An elevated spirit is weak and a low spirit is weak. Do not let the enemy see your spirit. The primary thing when you take a sword in your hands is your intention to cut the enemy, whatever the means. Whenever you parry, hit, spring, strike or touch the enemy's cutting sword, you must cut the enemy in the same movement. It is essential to attain this. If you think only of hitting, springing, striking, or touching the enemy, you will not be able actually to cut him. Never accept an inferior position to anyone. It is the strongest spirit that wins, not the most expensive sword. It shows the inferior strategy of a weak spirit that men should be dependent on the length of their sword, fighting from a distance without the benefit of strategy. Perception is strong and sight weak. In strategy, it is important to see distant things as if they were close and to take a distanced view of close things. When you decide to attack, keep calm and dash in quickly. Attack with a feeling of constantly crushing the enemy, from first to last. When you have attained the way of strategy, there will be nothing that you cannot understand. You will see the way in everything. Whatever the way, the master of strategy does not appear fast. If we look at things objectively, from the viewpoint of the laws of the world, we see various doctrines departing from the true way. Really skillful people never get out of time and are always deliberate, and never appear busy. From this example, the principle can be seen. With your spirit open and unconstricted, look at things from a high point of view. Distinguish between good and evil.